Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here, and today we are finally capping off my Terminator franchise review, at least until Terminator Dark Fate comes out on DVD. And if you're wondering, no, I am not going to go see Terminator Dark Fate in the theater. I don't want to pay that much money into something that could wind up potentially being the worst in the series. So, I'm just going to wait until I either A, get it on DVD at the pawn shop, or B, until my brother, who has been watching these movies with me throughout this review series, ends up getting it for Christmas. So, until one of those two things happen, I am not going to be watching Terminator Dark Fate. I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money on it. Anyway, here we are, the last one until that movie comes out, and that's Terminator Genisys from 2015.
Load up. Everything's changed.
I've been waiting for you.
I'll be back.
What?
Terminator Genisys stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jason Clarke, Emilia Clarke, Jai Courtney, J.K. Simmons, and is directed by Alan Taylor. The plot of Terminator Genisys is that in the war of man against machine, Kyle Reese, portrayed by Jai Courtney, sent back to 1984 by Resistance leader John Connor, portrayed by Jason Clarke, to protect his young mother, Sarah Connor, portrayed by Emilia Clarke. However, this time, unexpected events have altered the past and threatened the future for all mankind. Now Reese must join forces with Sarah and her guardian, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to save the world and stop the next evolution of Terminators. What did I like about this movie? Honestly, for me, there is actually quite a bit of humor in this, and the humor when it does that is actually kind of funny, especially from Arnold Schwarzenegger, who has come back as the T-800, who is also called Pops by Sarah Connor. And honestly, for me, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the best part of this movie. I am not going to lie, he's so far been the best part of every movie. No matter how shitty this series gets, he's always been the best part. And I have a feeling, no matter how shitty or how terrific Terminator Dark Fate is going to end up, I'm going to guarantee that Arnold Schwarzenegger will be, in fact, the best part of Terminator Dark Fate. Also, I'll say Emilia Clarke as Sarah Connor. Although, while I think she's not bad, I still prefer Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. But again, she's not bad. I honestly think she does really good with what she has to work with. And honestly, she started to grow on me. Also, I did like Jason Clarke as John Connor. I also did like Jai Courtney as Kyle Reese. Although I prefer the actor for Kyle Reese from Terminator Salvation over this. And I also do prefer Christian Bale as John Connor over Jason Clarke as John Connor in Genisys. But in general, I do prefer Edward Furlong as John Connor from Terminator 2, Judgment Day, over Jason Clarke as John Connor in Terminator Genisys. I don't know, they've just never been able to get an actor as good as Edward Furlong for that role since Terminator 2. And most all these actors have been serviceable. Also, I think it's shot nice. I've seen much better movies when it comes to cinematography and lighting and that. But I think this one, for a modern day Terminator movie, it was shot nice. Also, I did like at least the attempt of the idea of, like, I like some of the concepts this film was going for, but I feel like they were not executed well. And knowing that, for, like, those concepts they went for in this movie just felt like it was almost like, okay, they wanted to do another Terminator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but they also wanted to reboot the series. How to do that? Basically take Terminator 1, Terminator 2, combine them almost, and have the events be altered. And there were some surprises with that, but at the same time too, I felt like it could have been executed so much better. What did I not like about this movie? Honestly, for me, for one, the action scenes felt flat. Like, like, there just weren't that impactful, like the action scenes in the first Terminator and Terminator 2. I would say they're better action scenes than what we saw in Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. But still, and I will admit the effects are better than Terminator 3. But for me, maybe it's because of the fact everything's digital, and therefore I do not feel the weight of what's going on because everything's digital. I could tell still it's from a computer machine, if you will. Again, it's nicer CGI than Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. I'll give it that. But yeah, and knowing that, the action scenes in this aren't that memorable. Like, I can't even remember a single one right now. The only one I could slightly remember is when they're on that bridge and they're in the bus, and the bus topples over the bridge. And I only remember that because, honestly, to me, it kind of reminded me of that scene from The Lost World Jurassic Park. You know the one I'm talking about. And although I feel like the scene in The Lost World Jurassic Park did that better than Terminator Genisys. Also, another thing I didn't like, okay, like, potential spoilers, I'm going to try not to give too much away in this movie. I'm not going to be a dick like, the marketing campaign was with that. But this is something I have to mention, and that's the fact that, basically, now they had it to where Skynet is basically a mobile, phone app, and I'm like, seriously, why is there, like, movies that have to rely on freaking cell phones and cell phone apps? We even have, like, but I recently saw a trailer from the theater that was basically another phone or phone-based app or phone app-based, like, movie. And I'm like, honestly, at this point, this is starting to become a cliche of its own. And I'm like, are we ever going to get away from using, like, the smartphone or smartphone app-based plot lines and stuff like that? Like, are we ever going to get away from that from movies? And knowing that makes your film incredibly dated. Like, seriously, I'm willing to bet 10 years from now, this film isn't going to hold up. At all. Because of that. Overall, I didn't hate this movie. I didn't love it either. I did like it better than Terminator 3. But only slightly. And with that said, I'm going to give Terminator Genisys a 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was okay. I thought it was better than what most people have been saying. But overall, it's still one of the worst films in the series. At least one of them. I think Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines is an even worse movie than this. But I guess we could discuss that when I get to my ranking video. Which I guess I could do a ranking video now. For the first 5 movies, and then do a ranking video once I end up seeing Terminator Dark Fate. After I see and review Terminator Dark Fate, which is going to be a while, because I'm going to wait until my brother ends up getting that on DVD. Because like I said, I'm not paying to go see that in the theater. Because to me, it looks like it's going to probably end up being at least one of the worst ones in the series. And I don't want to pay my hard-earned money on that. So that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching. And see you in my upcoming ranking video of the Terminator franchise. Honestly, I can't wait to do that. See ya.